I'm done, bro. I'm done. I've had to record this like 15 times because Firefox won't stop fucking showing my goddamn city. Okay, so I wanted to record a video for you to get you settled in on your first night of using Arch Linux. I did it yesterday, and I tried to show a stupid, funny little video that was just showing how to do it simple and break some of the just fear that people I know have of Arch Linux because, you know, Arch is known for being difficult to install. So I wanted a funny little tutorial so that they wouldn't lose interest, like fucking the Microsoft Excel tutorial video that they made a while back. It's known as the most boring video on the entire face of the earth. So I wanted it to be funny, and I'm sorry if I sound like an asshole. I've recorded this like 15 times now, and Firefox literally keeps coming in. I type something up, and it's like, oh, here's some fucking... Okay, shutting him up for a few fucking seconds. Most of this video is just going to be me installing on Proxmox. I'll put a timestamp in the description, and I'll probably show it on your screen to where I actually set up Arch Linux. So just click on that if you don't want me losing my shit over Proxmox. This would be such a great style of content if I gave a shit about YouTube. I don't give a shit about YouTube. I'm doing orientations on Monday for a real job. I don't give a fuck about YouTube right now. So, fucking install or downloading Arch Linux. I'm sorry that this is taking forever. I wonder if I can pause the recording and not forget that it's paused. No, I can't. Thank you. Sometimes you can't pause the recording on OBS. Thank you, OBS. Very. Thank you, Kanye. Very nice. This is a full tutorial on how to install on Proxmox, on fucking Proxmox, because I love Proxmox. I'll probably leave timestamps in the description if you want to skip to the actual shit. If you've got like an actual computer, you can skip to when I boot up the VM. And yeah, you'll have like a thing for an actual computer. And be like, oh my god, Chrissy, you're so smart. Except I'm not. I'm stupid. I'm not doing this I use Arch by the way method. I'm doing this by the normal method that more people should be aware of, because I believe that Linux isn't a thing that should be gatekept. I don't think that Linux should be limited to people that femboys with thigh highs on that program in C think it should be difficult. They think it should be difficult. Oh, you use typical Ubuntu user. It's not an actual thing. Nobody actually says this shit. But I don't think it should be difficult, is what I'm saying. I think we should all stick it to Arasaka. We should all give Microsoft a big fuck you, especially with the new Windows 11 update and Copilot recall. So before I start fucking working, I probably won't have time to make this when I'm selling fucking iPhones out the ass to people. But yeah, I'm gonna make this so that people don't get scared of Arch Linux anymore, because I was scared shitless of Arch Linux. I was terrified. Here's my autobiography. I was scared of Arch Linux. I was terrified. I was a shitty little piss baby, and I stuck to Debian because Debian was quote unquote easy to install. Debian is the fucking most infuriating operating system to install. If you know how to install Debian, you are literally a god compared to me. You are extremely smarter than me. I barely know how the fuck to install Debian. So the Arch devs, people hate this program because they're like, oh, it makes it too easy to install Arch. Well, I think it should be easy to stick it to Microsoft. You already have to deal with Wine, so why the fuck not make the operating system easy to install? Let me chug this water here. So, I just think it should be easy to install. I don't believe in gatekeeping, sticking it to corpse. So let's upload here. Go to downloads, Arch Linux. Error 0 occurred. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh wait, wrong button. Error 0 occurred. Great. Okay, so let's oh boy, we gotta download it again, guys. Except this time it's through Proxmox, and it'll take like 3 seconds. Query URL Query, are my DNS settings completely fucking ruined again? What? Oh boy. Let's check the DNS. Oh, goody! Goody! Everything's fucking ruined on here. Oh boy. Thank you, Proxmox. You could have fucking ruined everything when I wasn't recording a video. A video that I make once in a blue moon for my fucking YouTube channel. I forget this channel exists, gang, not gonna lie. This isn't gonna be like, Michael MJD. So today we're going to be installing Arch Linux on the Apple TV. No, I'm a lot less patient. Well, I'm an actually very patient person, but like, this is just the style of content. Don't think I'm an asshole. I'll be nice to you in the comments. So let's upload the file. I think error 0 means couldn't upload. Oh yeah, there we go. See, takes like 2 seconds. But it's like a Michael MJD, but everything goes wrong video. Let me put the cushion on this chair because it elevates me and it feels nice. Though I shouldn't use it because I'm very tall and my face goes above the monitors. I hate this chair because it has a. Hear that? Every time I record something or stream something to somebody with this chair, they think I just shit my pants, but no, it's the fucking chair. See, I can do it again. Oh, fuck you, chair. Oh, it did the thing. Fuck you, chair. I gotta fix the chair. It's got a hydraulic issue, or no, it's got a gear issue. Whatever the fuck these office chairs have. This is a very nice office chair. I got it a while back. It's very nice. I bought it for myself. So, Arch Linux is almost done. Okay, great. Thank God, that's done. Okay, so now that would do it. Okay, well, I guess we create it again. Arch kill me. Storage, we're going to select the ISO again. However, this time we might just install it on the cloud. Because the cloud always has storage. Why? Because it's a massive fucking server box that I hold all of my Deftones records on. We're going to go cloud storage, CIFS, CIFS. That should be fast enough for what I want to do, right? If not, I can speed this up. Again, Ivy Bridge, Xeon, that's just my go-to on here for small operating systems like this. Cores, 4, quad-core, 8192, exactly 8 gigs of RAM, E1000, confirm, and we're going to be able to open this, hopefully. Oh boy, look at it, it's right there. Is it gonna work though? Very fucking slowly, but it might work. Okay, Proxmox, why is this taking so fucking long? Formatting. Oh god, it's formatting the fucking cloud. Look at this. QCow cluster size. So we might be here for a minute. Still trying to install or download Arch Linux from China. Oh boy, it's here. Look, I can kill myself in peace now. Google, I'm not actually gonna. Let's open this up with Spice. I use Spice, Spice Viewer for Linux, and then VNC for everything else. So here we go. Here's our Arch Linux install. Oh boy. It's time to install Arch Linux. We're gonna boot up. You're gonna shit yourself when you see, oh my god, it's a command line. I did too, believe me. I will not be doing Wi-Fi setup because I'm not that depressed and masochistic, but I will be doing Ethernet setup and the entire setup for Arch. So, oh boy, this will be fun. This is essentially real hardware. This is running on KVM, so here we go. It'll be greeted with this, of course. For Wi-Fi, you would use IWCTL. Hell, yeah. See why I don't fuck with that? I'm not nearly intelligent enough. But I've got this connected to Ethernet, so we can just launch Arch install. I probably should have pinged first to see if this is actually linked. But it appears to be. Yeah, it is. Okay, so you'll be greeted with this shit. I do US this locales. You can change your language, locale encoding, and your keyboard layout. I'm on a US Mac, so I just use the US. Mirrors and repositories. This lets you select your region on what mirror you want. So if you're in China, you can use Chinese mirrors. Finland uses Finland mirrors. Finnish mirrors. I go worldwide for some reason. Don't ask why. I go back. So disk configuration. Disk configuration is kind of scary, especially if you have multiple devices plugged in. It's kind of like Russian roulette. You know, how much data are you about to bomb trying to install Linux? But thankfully, I only have one drive on here. So spacebar is how you select a drive, and then enter goes back. So I'm going to do ext4. This will create a separate partition for home. I never do this. Now, I always encrypt disks, so I'll show you how to do that. So encryption type will be Lux. I will do password test login. It's always my password for VMs. And then do not click back. For the love of God, don't click back. That will just undo everything you just did. So first you go to partitions, and then this partition, or whatever partition you just made, spacebar, and then this selects the partition to be encrypted. So now the partition is marked to be created and then encrypted with that password. So now you can go to back and get out. Swap on CRAM, I never use that. Bootloader, this just because it's not EFI. I use Lemon. I use Lemon. This will be your host name. What your computer is named on the network. I'll just use Proxmox, Arch. Your root password. If you want a root password, you can set it right here. You can always undo that later. User account. I never set a root password, so I'm going to add a user. Christy, password test login. Should Christy be a super user? If this is your sole account and this is a personal machine, then yes, you should absolutely do super user. Otherwise, you'll lock yourself out if you don't have a root password either. So currently, we have Arch without a GUI, without a desktop environment, and without any method of connecting to the internet, including Ethernet. This will not be able to use Ethernet. So profile is not a user profile. This is what you want the computer to be. So just a basic Xorg server, a data server like SQL or FTP, a minimal install, which will come with literally basically nothing, or desktop. If you're using Arch on like a MacBook or just like a laptop, you're going to want to do desktop. So this will give you a bunch of options to choose from. Look up screenshots or research any of these desktops to see what desktop you'll really feel comfortable with. I always feel comfortable with KDE Plasma. That's just my choice. Graphics driver, if you've got NVIDIA, you're going to want to use these. Apparently the best one is the open source Niveo driver. I don't know. I've never used it. I've never installed Arch on anything NVIDIA. Your greeter, I use SDDM because it just looks the nicest. So audio, you're going to want to configure something to be able to hear. I choose Pulse Audio all the time. It doesn't really matter. It's just this one's up to preference. Kernels, again, up to preference. I always choose Linux hardened. network configuration. Now, if you're going to be using a desktop environment, you're going to want to click Use Network Manager. This will give the controls for your network card to the actual desktop environment, which is pretty nice. And then here's the fucking part. So in the previous video, additional packages was a system that you could use to type in package names that you would want the installer to automatically install for you. You're about to see what they've done to this. You can no longer type in packages. They give you a list of every single package in the entire fucking database. And if you hold the down arrow, release, well, this machine is pretty fast, it will start to carry. So, oh boy, if I want to install Ramina, I can no longer just type in Ramina. I have to yeah, we're not going all the way down to R. So this option is basically useless now. Time zone, UTC. I'm in United States, Michigan. So that's just your time zone where where you're located, and that's it. That's basically it. You don't have to build this from source. No, not from source. You don't have to build this from the ISO. Build your file systems manually. You don't have to do any of it. Just install. This is your configuration file. A bunch of shit will fly onto the screen. Don't panic. That's just your configuration file, and then it'll do a verbose install. Unlike something like Calamares, it just full screen verbose install. So I'll let that run while I go do, I don't know, probably make coffee. Creating partitions, and yeah, that's essentially it. And then I'll show post installation, and it'll be grand. It'll be very fun, very fun. Let me go make my coffee. Let me get my phone wherever that is. It's right here, and go make my coffee. I also need to get my Z Flux so I can see the status on my orientations. All right, coffee time. I'm gonna time lapse this, by the way. Definitely gonna time. Okay. So now this is the install prompt after everything's installed. So I just reboot system. And then I'll show you the desktop. So this is the encryption, test login. Alright, so this is our greeter. This is the default SDDM theme. You can change it from KDE settings. I usually do, so just log in here. I don't know how much VRAM is dedicated to this VM, so it might not look good. But then again, it never does over Proxmox without parsec. Alright, so now we are booted into KDE. On Arch, this is just the setup. Tells you what everything is on the dock. Oh, looks like they've got a new icon. Software is where to get software. Usage information. I always do nothing. Enjoy it. Alright. This is going to be extremely slow because I'm streaming this hard drive over the internet. Or over the LAN. So your PC will definitely be faster than mine. Oh my god, I didn't think it'd be this slow. So this is the desktop environment, and now basically just do whatever, really. Console. Let's check if K-Screen is installed. K-Screen allows you to change your screen resolution and everything. It's typically installed on KDE by default, but Arch doesn't. So we'll do sudo pacman space dash capital SYU K-Screen and Firefox. Look at the informational about it, and I typed in my real password instead of my VM password, so I gotta retry it. You'll get the usual speech about, we trust you've received the usual lecture from the local system administrator. Proceed with installation. Now this will just install your browser, Firefox, and that's about it for Arch Linux. It's relatively easy to install. Not as difficult as people usually make it out to be. That's just when you install it from scratch and actually build the system from scratch, which you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. And that's about it, really. So now you can just, well, when this is done installing Firefox, I'll shut off the VM.